Good morning to all of you. Myself, Subhash Nakarse from Sri Digambar Jain Gurukul High School, Solapur. Friends, in the previous lecture, we discussed with the following important points: inscribed angle, intercepted arc, inscribed angle theorem, corollaries of inscribed angle theorem. We discussed angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent, and angle inscribed in the semicircle is right angle. Then few problems based on the above content. But today we will discuss on cyclic quadrilateral and its properties. First of all, we will see what do you mean by cyclic quadrilateral. Friends, if all vertices of a quadrilateral lie on the same circle, then it is called a cyclic quadrilateral. In the adjoining figure, point A, B, C, D lies on the circle. Therefore, quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic. Now, let us discuss the first theorem on this cyclic quadrilateral. That is, friends, statement is opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. म्हणजे चक्रीय चौकोनाचे सम्मुख कोन परस्परांचे पूरक कोन असतात. So, this is the figure. Therefore, given quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic one. What we have to prove is angle B plus angle D is equal to angle A plus angle C, which is equal to 180 degree. So, quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic, it is a given thing. So, arc ABC is intercepted by the inscribed angle ADC. It is shown in the figure 1. So, friends, we can write angle ADC is equal to half measurement of arc ABC. That is the inscribed angle theorem, statement number 1. Now, similarly, an arc ADC is intercepted by the inscribed angle ABC. It could be shown in the figure 2. Therefore, we can write angle ABC is equal to half measurement of arc ADC, inscribed angle theorem, statement number 2. Friends, we will add these two, that is statement 1 and statement 2. We will get that angle ADC plus angle ABC is equal to half measurement of arc ABC plus measurement of arc ADC. Therefore, angle ADC plus angle ABC is half is the common taken out into bracket. You will get measurement of arc ABC plus measurement of arc ADC, bracket complete. Therefore, measurement of arc ADC plus measurement of arc ABC is equal to half into 360. Since measurement of arc ABC plus measurement of arc ADC forms a complete circle, therefore measurement of angle ABC plus measurement of arc ADC is equal to, after simplification you are getting 180 degree. Therefore, you can write angle B plus angle D is equal to 180. Similarly, we can prove that angle A plus angle C is equal to 180. So, this is what the cyclic quadrilateral theorem. Now, let us see some corollaries of this cyclic quadrilateral theorem. The first one is, if a pair of opposite angles of a quadrilateral is supplementary, then the quadrilateral is cyclic. So, this is the given quadrilateral. So, we will write given quadrilateral ABCD, angle A plus angle C is 180. What you have to prove? That it is a cyclic quadrilateral, that is quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral. We will do the construction. Draw a circle through three non-collinear points A, B and D. Suppose point C does not lie on the circle, join DC, it intersects the circle at E, join B. This is the figure we will continue with. This is indirect proof. Therefore, in quadrilateral ABCD, angle A plus angle C is 180. It is given, statement number 1, that point C lies on the exterior of the circle like this. It is the figure. Therefore, you can see in quadrilateral ABCD, angle A plus angle E, which are opposite angles, is 180. Opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral, statement number 2. But angle A plus angle E is equal to angle A plus angle C from 1 and 2. Therefore, angle E is equal to angle C. But friends, that is angle DEB is equal to angle BC, statement number 3. but angle DEB is exterior angle of triangle BCE. Therefore, angle DEB must be greater than angle BCE. Therefore, this contradicts the statement 3. Therefore, the point C does not lie in the exterior of the circle. Hence, circle passing through A, B and D also passes through point C. So, quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral. Similarly, we can prove that point C does not lie in the interior of the circle. The figure is like this. So, we start with the next corollary, exterior angle property of a cyclic quadrilateral. In exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is congruent to the angle opposite to its adjacent interior angle. So, this is the figure. So, we can write the given. In quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral. We have to prove that angle BCE is congruent with angle BAD as shown in the figure. So, let us start with the proof. Angle BCE plus angle BCD is 180 since these two are forming the linear pair. Therefore, quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral, it is given. Therefore, angle BAD plus angle BCD is equal to also 180, opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral, that is statement number 2. Therefore, angle BC plus angle BCD is equal to angle BAD plus angle BCD from 1 and 2. Therefore, angle BCD get cancelled. What left is angle BC is equal to angle BAD. Therefore, you can write angle BCE congruent with angle BAD. This is what exterior angle property of a cyclic quadrilateral. Friends, let us see cyclic property of this one. If two points on a circle on a given line subtend equal angles at two distinct points which lie on the same side of the line, then the 4 points are concyclic. We have to prove this one. So, from this figure, we can write the given thing. Points B and C lie on the same side of the line AD. Therefore, angle ABD is congruent with angle ACD. Therefore, you have to prove that these 4 points A, B, C and D are concyclic. Let us start with the proof. This is again indirect proof. One and only one circle passes through 3 non-collinear points that we have seen already in the first part of this lesson. Let us see. The circle passes through points A, B and D. Point C does not lie on the circle, therefore it lies in the exterior or interior of the circle. Let us consider case first one. Point C lies in the exterior of the circle. The figure is like this. Therefore, draw AC. It intersect the circle at point E. Join now ED. You also observe the figure. Angle ABD is congruent with angle AED. That is angle inscribed in the same arc. Statement 1. Now angle ABD is congruent with angle ACD. It is given. Statement number 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2, we can write that angle AED is congruent with angle ACD. Statement 3. But friends, angle AED is here exterior angle of this triangle CED. Triangle CED is shown with shaded portion. Therefore, angle AED must be greater than angle ACD since AED is the exterior angle. Therefore, from 3 and 4, point cannot lie in the exterior of the circle. This point C cannot lie in the exterior of the circle. Therefore, it should lie in the circle. Case 2. Point C lies in the interior of the circle now. This is the figure. So, extend AC. It intersects the circle at point E. Join ED. Angle ABD is congruent with angle AED. Angle is inscribed in the same arc again. Statement number 5. Angle ABD congruent with angle ACD. It is given statement 6. Angle AED is congruent with angle ACD 7 from 5 and 6. But angle ACD is again here exterior angle of triangle CED, shaded triangle. Therefore, angle ACD must be greater than angle AED. 8th statement. Therefore, from this statement 7 and 8, point C cannot lie in the interior of the circle. So, what left is point C lies on the circle, means point A, B, C and D are concyclic. This is little bit indirect proof. Consider two cases. The third left is it should lie on the circle. You will get it. So, properties of the chords. Two chords intersecting in the interior of the circle. If chord AB and chord CD of a circle intersect each other in the interior of the circle, see the figure. This one interior. In point E, those two are intersecting. At that time you will get angle AEC as marked in the figure, or angle BED is equal to half of measurement of arc AC plus measurement of arc BD. Next, or you can write angle AED is equal to angle BEC is equal to half measurement of arc AD plus measurement of arc BC. Rather than AEC, you can write AED, and BEC also can be considered. At that time the corresponding arcs will change, AD and BC will exist. So let us take two chords intersecting in the exterior of the circle now. If chords AB and chord CD of a circle intersect each other in the exterior of the circle, see, this is the figure. These two chords are meeting in the exterior part of this circle. Therefore, angle AEC is equal to now half into measurement of arc AC minus measurement of arc BD. Friends, now let us start with few problems on discussed portion. Number 1. In the adjoining figure, if measurement of arc DXE is equal to 100 and measurement of arc AYC is 40, find the measurement of angle DBE as shown in the figure. So here chord AD and chord CE of the circle intersect each other in the exterior of the circle. Therefore, angle DBE is equal to half measurement of arc DXE minus measurement of arc AYC. Now we'll substitute the value of respective arcs. Therefore, angle DB is equal to half into bracket 100 minus 40. So angle DB is half into 60. After simplification, you are getting angle DB is equal to 30. Very easy problems. Now second problem we will consider. In the adjoining figure, in a circle with center O, here length of chord AB is equal to the radius of the circle. Find measure of each of the following: angle AOB, angle ACB, arc AB and arc ACB. Here you could see the shaded portion with yellow color. As AB is equal to radius, then triangle AOB is an equilateral triangle. So we start. Length of chord AB is equal to radius OA. It is given. Segment OA is equal to B, radius of the same circle, 2. Therefore, segment OA is equal to segment OB is equal to segment AB. Therefore, you can write that triangle AOB is an equilateral triangle. As triangle AOB is equilateral, therefore central angle AOB is equal to 60 degree. Angle ACB is equal to half measurement of arc AB, which is equal to angle AOB. That is inscribed angle theorem. Therefore, angle ACB is equal to half into arc AB is equal to measurement of corresponding central angle. Therefore, measurement of arc AB is 60. There we will substitute the 60. After simplification, you are getting measurement of angle ACB is equal to 30. Friends, now start with the next. Third, arc AB is equal to angle AOB, that is the central angle. Therefore, arc AB is equal to 60 degree. Fourth one, measurement of arc ACB plus measurement of arc AB is equal to 360, that is measure of the circle. Now let's substitute the values. Therefore, measurement of arc ACB plus 60 is equal to 360. So 60 goes that side. Therefore, measurement of arc ACB is equal to 360 minus 60. Therefore, measurement of arc ACB will be 300. After simplification, you are getting this value. So like this is the second problem. Now we start with the third one. Quadrilateral MRPN is a cyclic one. Here angle R is into bracket 5x minus 13 degree, bracket complete. Angle N is equal to into bracket 4x plus 4 bracket complete degree. Find the measure of angle R and measurement of angle N. So friends, here quadrilateral MRPN is a cyclic one. It is given. Therefore, we know that opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Therefore, angle R plus angle N is equal to 180 degree. Now substitute the values. Angle R is 5x minus 13 plus angle N is 4x plus 4, which is equal to 180. We'll add up 5x and 4x, that will be 9x, minus 13 plus 4, that is minus 9, is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, 9x is equal to 9 goes that side, it will become plus 180 plus 9 is 189. Therefore, x is equal to 189 upon 9. Therefore, x is equal to 21 degree. We calculated the value of x, but we are expected the measurement of angle R and N. We substitute the values of x in the respective angles. Therefore, we will get angle R is equal to 5x minus 13. Therefore, angle R is equal to 5 into 21, the value of x, minus 13. So, 21 into 5, that is 105 minus 13. So, that leads to angle R is equal to 92. Next, we will see angle N, which is equal to 4x plus 4. Now, substitute the values. Therefore, angle N is equal to 4 into 21 plus 4. 21 into 4, 84 plus 4. Therefore, angle N is 88 degree. Now, friends, we will see the next last problem. One more problem we will consider. In this adjoining figure, that is altitudes yz and xt of triangle wxy intersect at point P. Prove that quadrilateral WZPT is a cyclic one, or points XZTY are concyclic. So we start here. WTP, angle WTP is equal to angle WZP is equal to 90. It is given. Therefore, angle WTP plus angle WZP is equal to 90 plus 90. Therefore, the sum of angle WTP plus WZP is equal to 180. Therefore, quadrilateral WZPT is a cyclic, since by converse of cyclic quadrilateral theorem. If the opposite angles one pair is supplementary, then it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Accordingly, this quadrilateral WZPT will become cyclic. Now, second, angle XZY is equal to angle XTY is equal to 90. It is given. Here points X and Y on line XY subtends equal angles at two distinct points Z and T on the same side of the line XY. If two points on the given line subtends equal angles at two distinct points which lie on the same side of the line, then the 4 points are concyclic. Therefore, points X, Z, T, Y are concyclic. Now we will continue. Let's see the last problem. In the adjoining figure, this one, chords AC and chord A intersect at B. Angle AB is 108 degree. Measurement of arc A is 95. Find measurement of arc DC. We will start solution. Here angle AB is 108. Measurement of arc A is 95. It is given. Here chord AC and chord D intersect in the interior of the circle. Therefore, measurement of angle ABE is equal to half measurement of arc AE plus measurement of arc DC. We substitute the value. Therefore, 108 degree is equal to half into bracket measurement of arc A is given 95 minus measurement of arc DC. The 2 goes this side, left hand side, it will become 108 into 2 is equal to 95 minus measurement of arc DC. Therefore, the product of these two, 216 minus 95 comes this side, it will become minus is equal to measurement of arc DC. Therefore, the subtraction of these two is 121 degree measurement of arc DC. It is the value. Therefore, we can write that is measurement of arc DC is 121 degree. Friends, till now we discussed different problems. Actually, what we have discussed in this today's session, that is cyclic quadrilateral meaning, then theorem of the cyclic quadrilateral, converse of cyclic quadrilateral theorem, then exterior angle property of the cyclic quadrilateral, then we discussed the concyclic properties, two chords intersecting in the interior of the circle, then two chords intersecting in the exterior of the circle, and few problems based on the above content. Friends, till now I think this all part you would have been understood properly. So you should have to try few problems that I am giving you. In the adjoining figure, here arc NS is 125 and arc EF is 37 degree. You have to find the value of angle NMS. Next, here we will see quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Arc ABC is 230 degree. You have to find out the angle ABC, angle CD and angle CBE. Second, containing chords RS and PQ of a circle intersect each other at point A as shown in the figure. In the exterior region, measurement of arc PCR is 26 and measurement of arc QDS is 48. Then find the angle ABC, angle SPQ, angle RAQ. Try these three problems. So friends, again you should not forget that the advancement and perfection of mathematics are intimately connected with the prosperity of the mankind. So if you understood this video properly, please subscribe so you will get the next video notification. Share and like. With these words, I shall thank you